You live?
I think I'm live. Pretty sure. Sure now. Hey, whoa. Okay. All right, I'm live.
Okay. I'm restarting my phone. And I'm going to clear out that counter too, because that's where you want to do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to clear that off for you.
Okay, we're live. Welcome to the Whitey and Cracker Show. I'm Whitey. I'm over at Eric, aka Cracker's house for the first time.
2 years?
For just about 2 years.
Yep.
And we are just working on some of the technical stuff before we get started. And then we will talk about movies and poop.
No, he didn't say boobies. He said we're talking about movies.
Oh, movies and poop, not
But he did say
boobies
we're
and
talking
poop.
about poop.
Boobies and poop. Here on the Whitey the White Guy show. What else would we do?
Nothing but class.
Yeah. That's Mrs. Cracker in the background with Mr. Cracker. And little Cracker went to sleep, theoretically. I don't think she's sleeping.
Yeah, we had to fight to put her to bed.
So we're gonna talk about movies and poop here in a little bit. Let me know when I should start heading that way.
Oh, you can come over here anytime you want.
They've been married for like, I don't know, they've been together for like 20 years, the Cracker family, and I haven't seen them in a couple years, but they're getting old. They sound like an old married couple because they
I can hear everything you said.
are.
He said we're arguing like a married couple because we are.
Old married couple. You sound like an old couple at the retirement community.
How you know we love each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you guys have like the greatest longevity of any married couple in the country right now. So,
We're not
congratulations.
stupid, that's why.
It's because Mrs. Cracker has like low standards.
Is that what it is?
A lot of patience.
Or does he have high standards? Either way.
No, actually, of the two of us, you're the one that's out of my league, not the other way around.
Okay, whatever.
Ask Whitey. He knows. He's known me as long as he's known her. Because we both met at the grocery store.
I would have met Rachel first.
You didn't meet at high school?
No, I don't think so.
We tried. We had to be aware of each other, but didn't know each other.
I only knew,
Gotta be.
like I said, your sister.
We have this conversation every time.
We just had this conversation. We had this conversation 20 minutes ago.
Yes, when I walked in the
Can you
door.
do me a favor before you sit down?
Yeah.
Grab the headphones and my iPad.
You going to the bedroom to play?
Probably.
And
the charger.
What did I do? I had a soda. Oh, I do.
Okay, headphones. What?
And the charger for the iPad.
Yeah.
Which do you prefer, Pepsi or Coke?
Usually it's I grab a Mountain Dew and a Pepsi is my weapons of choice. Whoa.
But between those two.
I'd go with Coke if it were Coke or Pepsi.
Do you want me to put the Pepsi in the fridge?
No, it's okay.
Okay. I prefer
Appreciate
Coke,
that.
but I will drink Pepsi.
I prefer Pepsi because Coke makes my teeth feel funny.
Funny, haha?
No, funny like it tastes like funny like you're sucking out a penny. You know what I mean?
Funny.
No, not funny queer. Funny haha, funny queer.
Every time I drink a Coca-Cola, I think of another man's penis. Quote, end quote. Eric at Hey Internet Eric here.
That's me.
There is a...
I could show you what I got in the mail, too. Another movie that I should have made you watch when you walked in. We could have done a live commentary.
We could have, yeah. But Dementia's winning the fight, so that didn't happen.
Dementia and your low
oh my gosh.
attention span?
Yeah, ADHD. No, just ADD. I don't have energy.
No shit.
Hyper energy. Yeah, wrong guy, fella.
Have you seen us? Have you met us? We don't have energy.
Old fart and a hacky sack out of left field. I don't know why. I'm waiting for Eric to find his britches and what's left of his brain so we can live stream. I don't know if he's watching me still. I'm gonna talk about him while he's not here. I've known them. It's like what we were talking about. We met. We were working at Eagle Grocery Store. I was bagging groceries, and then when I started in the bakery department, he was working in the bakery department, and we've been friends ever since. We'll probably talk about that yet again here in a little bit. Getting old. So what should we talk about now that I'm the only one here because everybody vamoosed? Eric will be right with us. There's 3 people in the chat, and I'm 2 of them, or all 3 of them. Hey, are you on the stream yet on your phone or no? No.
You wanted what, like comments and stuff, or like
No,
on your live stream?
I'm logged in on my laptop, tablet, and phone, and I'm wondering if I'm the only one here, or if you're on there.
No, I have not, because I just restarted my phone.
So, but yeah, this is OBS, and it works for pretty well. It's the same as StreamYards or the other one.
I like StreamYard because, like I said, you can see the actual chat in the.
I've got that.
There probably is an option.
There's a mode on here, and again, dementia's one in it. I'm gonna find a place. We got a plug in right back here.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I just did, but I'm gonna go pee again.
That's fine.
That's how life's swim.
That's fine. I mean, you can have dead air. I'm just gonna grab a couple beers, and then I'm gonna go live in about time you're done. Something in my belly. Welcome to the Whitey the White Guy Show, where Whitey's busy in the bathroom, and you just seen another fat guy eat. Nothing but class here. People like mukbangs, right? This will be hilarious. People turning in for the White Guy Show. They see another fat guy just eating.
What happened to Whitey? All right. This tuft of hair, I need product. But seriously, I was half yeah. Well,
shut the fuck up. Asshole. Could be worse.
I know. And I don't even have that many grays either.
Gray, I don't care about.
Yeah, at 32, you care about grays. At 48, 46.
Fuck you! I'm 40.
What is it?
I'm only a couple years older than you, asshole.
No, I'm 40.
I'll be 41 in October. Oh, we're that close?
I thought you were older than me.
I was born in 81, bro.
I was born in 82.
There you go.
All right, whatever.
Dementia again. All right. Let's see here how this works.
But I've had comments on here. I just got to figure out what button to click.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how this works.
Would it be studio mode? Hope I don't break this.
There you go. Do you need to be on camera for mine? We'd have to be really close.
We've done it before.
It's up to you, dude.
All right. Well, I can see the comments on here. so I'm good. All right, what are we talking about?
I don't know. Whatever. It's your show. I like how you can see only like half my face. It's a whole lot of ugly.
Oh my god! Okay.
God, this couldn't get any more fucking gay.
So let me tell you. Should I tell you about the movie Below? We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and go live.
I am live.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and
Oh,
go
you're
live,
gonna go
and I'll
live.
do my spiel, and I'll say, hey, this is Whitey, and we're just here to talk about nothing. See if I remember how to fucking do this. Shouldn't
Do
be.
you have any feminine products behind us? What am I looking at?
I don't know, what is that?
I don't know.
Oh, that's cereal behind you in a little net.
Okay.
That orange thing? Or that.
That's a pink thing. That's your. Oh, that's Becker's.
That's your tutu.
Items. Becker's is tutu.
Okay.
Think I'll fit into that.
Add to stream. Yeah, there. See, perfect.
Awesome.
Oh, I know Melissa's here. I know Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
We're not live yet.
Oh. Well, she's watching my thing.
No, she's watching mine.
Okay.
All right, let's see here. Mute mic. We're in. All right, I'll go ahead and go live. See if this works. Praying to God.
Praying to God. We should get some green screen and go on adventures somewhere.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
All right, we're live, I guess. Hey, internet. Eric here. Whitey is back for the first time in 2 years.
There or abouts.
I've known this fucker for. There you go.
What shit was that?
I think that was your notification that I went live.
Okay.
It's always fucking something when his dumbass shows up. Yeah, it's been 2 years since he's been over live streaming. I have his channel in the chat. If you like what he has to say, if you hate what he has to say, sub to him and either praise him or troll him. He doesn't care. He just wants the interaction.
I just need.
It's been a while. Yeah. And see, this is what I like about, because like I said, see, well, Melissa's here. You know, nice. Yeah. She hasn't been here about 2 years as well. A good friend of mine. And what I like about here is I can click on this and put it there.
Okay.
See what I mean? Hey, Joe's here. Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah. So that's it. Whitey's just here. It's just a night. We were gonna do the podcast, Two Bearded Losers, tonight. We put it off for a week.
Is that what you dumped that sorry son on? He's got some genius stuff.
I know.
Oh my god! I was watching something, one of his things on his own.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even tell you about it because it was so gratuitous, but it was brilliant.
Yeah. He likes to have those type of conversations.
Frenzy. Oh my god! I gotta remember which. Go find all of his stuff and watch it because some of that was just brilliant.
Joe, Melissa, if you're still watching, is there any echo? Because we're also live streaming on his channel over here, and we can't tell. But you wanted to talk to me about a movie called what?
Below.
Okay.
It came out in 2002.
And I didn't want to watch it because Zach Galifianakis was in it.
Yeah, but he's actually pretty good in it. So it starts out. It takes place in World War II, and it's on a submarine, American submarine.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens? They go to a British merchant ship with a bunch of it's like a hospital ship.
Mm-hmm.
has been sunk. They rescue the only 3 survivors, and then happenings start happening.
Mm-hmm.
So the Germans show up and start, you know what a depth charge is?
Yes.
So they start depth charging the submarine, so everybody's got to be quiet, and then suddenly the record player starts playing.
Okay.
Now what you find in stuff like that. So what you find out, at first they think it's one of the guys. They find out one of the survivors is a German.
Mm-hmm.
And so they spoilers-ish kind of they kill the guy, thinking he's the one who did it because he was in triage or whatever, not where everybody else was. Then
you got JKS 80s horror fan is in your chat.
So, okay, what's up, buddy?
So you got 3 people watching on your channel. 2 of them are us, but you got some straggler in there.
Somebody's in there.
Hey, keep going. I just want to let you know.
Yep, thanks. Technical. So then it turns out they kill him, and then it happens again, so it wasn't him.
Okay.
Now, before the film started, you find out a little later the captain of the ship, Captain Winters, when they went to go rescue some survivors. He fell overboard, hit his head, and died.
Okay.
But there were 4 officers on deck.
Thanks, Coriander. Appreciate it.
When they start telling the story to the survivors of what happened to Captain Winters, everybody tells it differently.
Mm-hmm.
So something happened there. You don't know what. And then more happenings start happening.
Mm-hmm. So it's like a ghost story?
Yes.
Okay, so I might get into that.
Yeah. So it's one of those things
Well,
where
now that I said hi.
somebody will be like, "Oh my God, it's haunted," and then somebody else will be like, "No, no, no. See, we have this leak."
Okay.
And was it hydrogen leak? And so one guy's like, "No, it's just like when you deep sea divers, you're taking in hydrogen, so your mind's playing tricks on you." So even when you get to the end of the film, it's like, what did happen? What was real and what wasn't real, kind of
Okay.
thing. And so it's one of those. And then Zach Galifianakis is the cut up, but it's witty without being stupid.
Okay.
Which is part of the problem with Zach Galifianakis.
That was my worry because, like you say, it's Zach Galifianakis, and he always plays like the retard. And I don't want. I mean, I gotta give credit. I can't judge before seeing it because I'm watching one of the latest Alien movie, and James Franco's in it, and that turned me off. But he was killed like within 10 minutes.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
He sucked. But then in the previous one,
Topher Grace.
No,
Alien. That's
Alien. Yeah, Topher Grace. What was it? Anyways, the prequel to that one, Danny McBride is in it. And I was worried about that, but he's not Danny McBride.
Right.
I watched there's a really good Kevin Costner movie called Mr. Brooks, where he's a serial killer, and his alternate personality is played by William Hurt, and William Hurt's telling him, don't do this, and he's found out by Dane Cook, and Dane Cook blackmails him. He says, "Teach me how to do this, or I'm going to tell everybody." I was iffy against that, but Dane Cook's not Dane Cook. You know what I mean? He wasn't always talking about dick jokes and fart jokes and stuff like that. He was really good, so I'll give it a shot if Galifianakis is not Galifianakis.
Yeah, he's smart and witty, with not dumb and short bus.
Right. He's not,
Yeah, he's a little bit of an odd personality, but he fits into the world properly.
Odd is fine. I can handle odd.
Yeah, he's just odd.
But if he's just, that's why I thought you were talking about Dave Franco being in this, because I hate Dave Franco. I hate James Franco because all they do is the Judd Apatow movies, and it's just, don't get me wrong, I grew up on Cheech and Chong, but it's nothing but stoner humor and like poop jokes.
It gets old.
Yeah, it gets, especially when it's guys our age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just gets really old, really boring, really quick, and most of the time they're like unlikable characters.
Yeah.
I just want to turn the channel. Like, that's why I can't fucking stand Seth Rogen anymore.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff where there's an innocence and a naivete and a charm, it works. But when there's a cynicism to it, it like ruins it.
Yeah.
We were talking about Dumb and Dumber.
The prequel or the sequel?
Second, the sequel.
Oh, that fucking sucked.
Yeah.
That was awful.
It was. There was an innocence and a charm to those two guys in the first one that was gone in the second one.
Oh, yeah.
It was much more cynical.
Yeah.
Not so much Jeff Daniels, but Jim Carrey's role.
Yeah.
And it's like, it killed it.
It was just it was unfunny.
Yeah.
It was the same type of humor.
There were a few moments, but that was it.
There was the same
chuckles.
I don't think I got one single chuckle. Plus, that I saw what happened to Kathleen Turner. She played the mother to Lloyd.
Yeah,
Lloyd or Harry's. Like, she got hit with like a fucking freight train, and she looked bad because she used to be so pretty. Like, she was in Serial Mom.
Yeah.
And I liked her. She was the one with like the sexy raspy voice and stuff like that.
Yes.
And I'm just like, what happened to you?
Yeah.
Well, but then again, you don't see them for like 20 years. I'm open this up, and I'm sure what I got in here is much worse, in your opinion, than what was it called? Underwater? Below. Because I've been looking for this movie for a long time, and you're probably going to wonder why. I think the last time you were over here, I made you watch fucking Munchies? I remember that happened one time. You weren't happy with that. Baby Frankenstein, you ever see that? You ever hear of Baby Frankenstein? Probably not.
Baby Frankenstein.
Baby Frankenstein.
Hello, and welcome to the bottom of the well. Baby, yeah, it was Sharknado, Terminator Tits McGee,
Pretty
whatever the
much.
fuck. And now we're down to
Baby Frankenstein.
everybody in space. And what's next? Baby Frankenstein in space.
Everybody needs a buddy. An awkward young man discovers a fully functional robot monster hidden in the attic of his home in his neighborhood and must join forces with a group of locals to protect this AI driven being from both bounty hunters and the evil scientists who created it. The biggest name in this movie is one of the kids from the Monster Squad.
Wow.
Yep,
When did this come out?
2018.
Okay. And one of the kids from Monster Squad from like 1987.
Yeah.
I think I know the
and that's what
actor
he
who
looks
plays
like.
the baby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know who that is.
I doubt it.
Really? I don't know. I would look it up, but I don't want to.
I love this movie. It's like a fun like Halloween time. It's basically think of it like kind of like the Goonies or the Monster Squad. You know, you've seen the Monster Squad.
Yeah.
They meet the Frankenstein monster. They become friends with him.
And then the girls said she's a virgin, but she's not.
Yeah, and
then
Dracula and
Frankenstein's comes like helps the kids with.
that's basically what this is. But instead of like helping the kids like fight Dracula and stuff, they take them bowling. See, nothing's changed in 2 years.
Not a damn thing.
Nothing has changed in 2 years. Oh, what were you telling me about?
Why can't I see the chat?
Do you have it on top chat or live chat?
I'm probably on live chat. How do I change that?
Click.
Old white guy explain me.
Jesus, that live chat.
Okay.
Right? Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
I want you inside of me. 80s horror fan. Hi, 80s horror fan.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to me.
No.
I've known you 20 years, but Jesus fucking Christ. What were we talking about?
We're not quite that old yet.
Oh, well, before we went live, I told you to save it. We call her Schmace, your sister Schmace.
Schmace.
Her latest fiance was kicked out because he's a schizo, and you got rid of the homeless guy.
I don't even. I've lost track of time. I don't know when this happened.
Okay.
We're still in the episode that it happened in a period of time. All in the course of this summer.
Hey, Knight.
Schmace. I think she watches some of this now. I don't even know how much I want to talk about. But
what's she gonna do? Kill you in your sleep?
Yes. That's the point I'm trying to get to.
Probably.
Like, they killed Violet. Noodles is dead. Rocco was supposed to be dead.
Do you need to give context?
Do I?
No.
Everything is killing everything.
He lives in the boonies.
The boonies.
Big old farm, and
and the boonie
Schmace, sister Schmace is always bringing home strays, and they sadly always got to put them in the ground.
Both 4-leggers and 2-leggers. Like just so the I don't even know how we got the whole. And then so I'm working graveyard shift.
Mm-hmm.
So I come home at like 6, whether I stop for something to eat or not.
Mm-hmm.
6:30, 7 o'clock. I come rolling in every time. It's like, who's that? That's homeless Bob. Why is he here? Because he's homeless. Yeah, but why do we have him here? Oh, so and so drama, and now he's here. It's like, fuck.
And this is why you stay up in the attic.
Yes. It's like, yeah, why would I? And then like, you never come down to talk to us. It's like, why would I?
Because the next time you come downstairs, there's gonna be 2 more homeless guys in your living room. God.
So they killed Violet.
Right.
Which helps me because Violet was an old Labrador or something.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of, they're all mixes.
Yeah, but you said she was on her last leg.
Her hips were really bad. Her vision was gone. She blueness in her eyes, like something wasn't working anymore. Wow. So it had to be done, but it was like, did you have to use the 12 gauge? Which they didn't. So our buddy Sean came over, who was like 200 guns. And we start going out there, and I'm like, "Bye, Violet, I love you."
Mm-hmm.
And then as I'm walking back, bam! And I was just like,
"That's awful."
It was a harsh. It was painless for her. It was just a harsh way to do it.
Right, and like you said, it needed to be done. If she was
it had to be done. It had to be done. But she would, because she's going blind. Every time I came downstairs to go take a leak or go out to have a smoke at 3 o'clock in the morning, my day's off. It's like, it's like, shut the fuck up. Mm. Every time I went out for smoke, came back in, and it's just like, so.
Yeah.
I should be celebrating because, like, a big part of my life's problems got one in the back of the head.
Yeah, but now you have the homeless guy.
No, so a homeless guy got kicked out, and then Schmace's fiance or boyfriend or something got kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
Something they went and got 400-pound hogs for no fucking. They were gonna. Some old dude was dying, and he's like, "Get rid of these hogs, nah." So they took the hogs, and it's like they're free, and it's like we're gonna sell them. And it's like they're not free. They weigh 400 pounds. They're gonna eat
And eat.
like a pig.
Right.
Wow, that expression makes sense. Like Jesus, guys. So it's
Thanks for
just
stopping by,
been-
Melissa.
Bye, Melissa.
Get some rest.
Oh, Melissa's gone. Well, fuck telling this story. That's who I was talking to.
We'll
So
talk
yeah,
again,
it's a
Melissa.
sad,
Thanks.
depressing story. But now the cat that got ate or killed by the dog is her sister still
Wait.
with us.
The cat got ate by a dog.
Rocco.
Okay, if my timeline is right from your videos, Violet is the dog that ate the cat.
No, Rocco is the dog that ate the cat. Violet was just getting old. So Rocco is the pit bull, and they went to Colorado. I don't even know the details. So I come home, and then everybody I talk to has got a different version of why the chaos in question is happening. So I don't even know what the fuck is going on. So Rocco is somewhere else wandering, like rescued by somebody else or something. I don't really know. But I put up a bunch of videos with our new cat we named Noodles, and I was, oh, that's real cute. Rocco killed it. Like nothing gold can stay. Like anything remotely positive gets ate by something else.
Right.
But the thing that ate it doesn't get ate. So it's like, and so Rocco's gone, Noodles is dead, the homeless guy's gone. One of the pigs is dead and ended in the fire. The other pig got given to another guy. And Violet's took her around in the back of the head.
And Schmace, the craziest one of all, is now working for a pharmacy.
And she's taking over Mom's position to be the guardian for Kimmy.
Oh no!
I know. So guess what's gonna happen to Kimmy?
She's gonna go to you.
No, she's gonna die.
And I don't want to. No, I shouldn't laugh at that because
after for someone anyone doesn't know, he's known my family for 20. He's known the same person for 20 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, what happens? Nothing gold can stay.
She can't. Listen, this is no joke. She can't take care of herself.
Right.
How's she gonna take care of? I hate saying it, a special needs person. You know
That's what she is. She's special needs.
Right.
Yeah.
She can't.
Yeah. But I'm at the point where it's like they're all just gonna eventually. It's evolution. They're all gonna end up killing each other. Some one by one. It's like a Predator movie. It's like, every time I go to the bathroom, I hear Predator movie from the Schwarzenegger cast. Like, dun 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 dun. I can't even think it.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
You might as well
as they're taking Violet out to shoot her. Like every single day.
That just blows my mind.
Well, blew Violet's mind too.
Jesus Christ. No, but no, seriously, no, all jokes aside, she cannot take care of herself.
Right.
She brings home homeless people, stray animals. She's been engaged twice, well, married once, and then that was a joke. This last fiance was a schizo.
Yeah.
I've known her longer than I've known you, and I knew she was fucking Looney Tunes
back in 1996
in middle school, and now this is nothing against your mom. Was it her idea to put her in charge of your aunt?
But Mom's years old, and
she can't do. I get it. My dad
options are limited.
My dad was a caregiver for my mom for over 20 years, and I saw it literally kill him. Like he's been gone for year. He died a year ago in January, and I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, why are you giving Kimmy to her?
It's a ship that's going to sink. There's just no two ways about it.
So Baby Frankenstein, huh?
Baby Frankenstein. Yeah, so that's my
That's
to get
awful,
caught.
dude.
It's everything. Dude, it's every story I've told you in 20 years.
I know.
It's never not been this. It's never not been some kind of horrifying drama,
That is awful.
depressing the living shit out of the two people who might be watching
Yeah, us.
this. Us, yeah. So if there is such a thing, is there any positive news? I got a new job.
Yeah, you did cleaning up shit, piss, and blood.
Bombing dead people and.
But you're making good money.
But here's the thing. So
Oh god, there's always a here's the thing too.
there's poop everywhere. There's pee everywhere. There's
Right.
vomit everywhere.
Mm.
Which one am I missing? Blood everywhere.
Blood.
Dead people. And that's my sanctuary.
Puke.
That's my sanctuary from my when I go home from work. I'd rather be at work.
Would you'd rather go to the hospital to clean that stuff up than having to deal with your family downstairs?
Yes, the point I'm trying to make. And I'm so much happier at work than I am at home.
Look at the see. Look at the bright side.
The psych ward is right there. You got some guy screaming his head off. They're coming for me. They're coming for me. And then I get home and it's like even worse. Like it just
wow.
So I need to get the fuck out of there. No worst way.
Well, that's why you're planning on moving back out here, and then we'll do more live streaming together. Maybe Friday night.
So for anyone who needs a lot of depression in their day,
sub to his channel, please.
Over on the Whitey White Guy show.
Yeah, his channel link is in the description here. Give him a sub. He wants to try to at least break. What are you at?
I don't have goals.
Remember when you used to have a lot of subs?
Yeah.
And then you were stupid. You deleted the channel.
I was retarded.
Well, did you delete the channel, or was it YouTube that took it down?
YouTube was going through all their administration, and they kept changing all the rules, and so I had 400 and something videos up that I got because they kept giving me strikes and stuff from something from 2 years ago.
Right.
So I got to go through 400 videos and find out the very non-specific where did I cross the line? And who am I? The guy who lives on the other side of the line of political correctness.
Yeah.
So I started all over again, and it was an impetuous, stupid thing to do, always.
Well, Night here, this guy here, Night Watch, he's a good friend of mine, and he had the problem with YouTube on their period, or something happened. I'm saying this on my channel. He's never publicly said it. I personally think someone was jealous because he was kicking ass super fast. He went up to 1,000 subs.
I saw that.
Less than a year. I think someone got jealous and they just kept fucking flagging him. Yeah. And then YouTube, because like you said with your videos, you can't fucking talk to anybody.
No.
It's all fucking robots or whatever. And then he got flagged so many and they just took his channel down.
And then the interesting thing is
he's back up, but
along the lines of what we're talking about. So I found that channel that had our old stuff on there, and it was 2-3 dozen videos. So I'm like, "Opa, let's this." So I upload everything, and then it occurs to me, wait, this has to go through all that check process.
Yeah.
But it had already done it, but on a different channel. And so 30 videos went through with no problems, and 3 or 4 got flagged for copyright. And I had to appeal all that stuff. But it's like it's madness. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no specificity of what is going to get you in trouble and what isn't.
Right.
So you just have to.
Because I now know, which is kind of funny. I think it also depends on if you're on the radar or not. Because I have a buddy named Jay who has to watch what he says. I've been on this channel for 5 years. I've used non-politically correct terms. I say this is some stupid. I sometimes say it's retarded. Yeah. I cuss. I swear. I don't constantly swear, but I've never been flagged for language. Because I say something's retarded. Being insensitive, stuff like that. You have constantly but then again, you were on the political train for the longest time, and I think that's what a lot of it was.
I haven't even gone over to that channel to look at it.
Yeah.
In 6 or 8 months.
Yeah.
It still exists.
Does it really?
Yeah. I just don't do anything on there.
Yeah. But I think that's what it was. I think once you kind of hit the radar, you're always got the bullseye on.
Exactly. The reason why you don't have any problems with it is because nobody knows you exist or gives a shit. I matter. So they were up my ass. They're like, this guy's gonna go places someday. We need to stop him from being a successful.
And look at you
person.
now.
Look at me now. I clean up poop for $20 an hour.
Hey, you make more than me.
That's sad. You've been at your job since 1915.
Pretty much. But I don't have to clean up poop and piss, and I don't have to deal with like,
Yeah.
hey, someone died yesterday, go clean it up.
But that's an interesting too. So I did, like I said, I was saying earlier, I did the same thing over 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Two different stints. One was like $9 an hour. The other one was just say 11.
Mhm.
And so they come to you and they're like, well, this thing we're doing that makes a lot of sense, we're not going to do it that way anymore. We're going to do the dumbest fucking thing we can do.
Yeah, of course.
And you're grinding your teeth at $9 an hour. Now they come to me and they say the same thing. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
why $20 an hour?
Exactly.
Tell me whatever you want to tell me.
That definitely changes your
Yeah.
attitude.
I want, oh my god, yeah. And then all the last job I had made a guy were like, man, there's just no lookers here. And now it's like gorgeous blondes everywhere you go. And I can go take a nice, quiet, solitudinal shitting anytime I want.
Yeah, because I
Anytime
have
I
it.
want.
I have it. Thanks, Blucka. Too much beard for one webcam to handle. Okay, Blucka.
His beard. He said beard.
Yeah, too much beard.
Nobody ever said not enough.
I love
cock,
this
like
dude. He's a lot of fun. Do me a favor, Blucka. In this description, I got Whitey's channel. Go give him a sub. You'll like his take on a different. See, you'll get that type of content for free. But Blucka's cool. He's a good guy. But you were telling me, because you brought up how you can finally shit in peace, when you were a custodian at a school?
Yeah.
And you were trying to go to the bathroom, and the bell rang, and some kid just kind of pushed open the door.
Yeah.
Because there were no locks on it or something?
It didn't. It was, everything was that. My mom went to that school, and it's got a lot of original stuff. So the lock was just like janky.
Uh-huh.
You really had to get that in there to shut it. And so a platoon of kids come running in, and I'm in there trying to take a shit, and some kid without thinking to knock it, just barrels the door open, and I'm sitting there.
Hello?
Going,
Yeah.
yes, Timmy, you just saw everything. I hope that's what you were wanting to achieve when you didn't check to see if anybody was in here.
Right.
But then you put up you mop before you put up wet floor signs. And they, oh, this is my opportunity to do the jitterbug. And then they fall over and hurt themselves. It's like, you fucking retard.
This is today's youth, man.
And then what did Joe Biden say? What did Joe Biden say? I got on the plane. We were talking about that when I first
there's a video out there where he says, my butt's been wiped.
My butt's been wiped. We are so fucked.
We're not going to get political
we are
tonight,
so
but
fucked. Oh my god.
But see, that's the good thing. One thing is, there you go. Here's Jay. He knows all about it. Wait, hold on, fuck. YouTube run by PC people with Down syndrome.
Yeah.
Jay,
do me a favor.
Yeah.
And go to widen this out. There we go.
Feel better now?
Yeah.
You're fucking stupid. God. Nothing's changed.
Maybe my approach to getting
Hey,
subs
Jason.
is wrong.
Well, if you want subs, I don't suggest rubbing your nipples.
Oh, that's what I'm fucking up? What do I gotta
With
do?
your well, the thing is, you are almost always naked on your channel.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, a lot.
Because lots of times I'll flip through, like I'll watch my subscriptions on the TV, and like, boom, there's Whitey with no shirt in high def. You can really fucking see everything.
69 HD. There's me in all my glory. I don't know why I'm not getting more subs.
And that's proof that you're
we're
not,
the Cubs.
That's proof that you're not called Whitey the white guy because you may be racist.
Right.
It's because you're whiter than a fucking ghost.
Yes.
Without your shirt on.
Like, it's not because of the racism. It's because the paleness and how horrifying it is.
Yeah. See, you and Blucko would get along. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. See.
What was it about Joe Biden?
He's something special.
Special.
Yeah. Like I said, we're not gonna get into that tonight. That's a Whitey the white guy.
We're depressed enough. They shot my dog.
But they got rid of the homeless man.
Yeah. You take the good with the bad.
Facts of life.
So now we got a little puppy named Dusty,
Mm-hmm.
and just came from the kennel. So now we have a flea problem. And then there's Gilly, which is the little kitty, and it's just like, who's next?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's just like a Predator movie. Every time I come home from work, I'm like, who'd they get today?
You just hear the clicking.
Yeah. Oh, I had this idea for a spoof we got to do
What?
someday when I win the lottery. It's Predator.
Oh, that won't happen.
The original Predator.
Okay.
Only it's like us. So it's like,
Like-
you, me, Drew, Bob. So instead of like Muscle Love Special Forces, it's a bunch of fat schlobs.
Well,
it's the same
funny
movie.
thing is, Jay, he doesn't know where we live, but he knows there's trailer parks around here and everything. The flannel, the beard. And we were doing a live stream the other day, and he's watched your channel. He's seen it here, and he does plan on meeting me one time. He says maybe he is afraid of meeting you one day because he thinks we're nothing but rednecks,
Right.
and I'm like, well,
we are.
But then he did say Whitey is like, he seems like super fucking smart, but I'm scared of him. Like, Whitey is super book smart, very very book smart, but he is super rednecky. He literally has a brother named Drew Bob.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I call him.
Yeah, well, because of his name, he is Drew Bob. There was a video Whitey made of Drew Bob putting the rifle together at the kitchen table.
Yeah, shotgun,
and then you guys went out with Ma and just shot it.
And we were well armed rednecks.
Yeah,
living out in the country.
Can't tell when I'm more entertained by Marvel projects or Joe Biden interviews. Well, they're both train wrecks.
Oh yeah.
I haven't liked a Marvel movie I liked the last Spider-Man movie. You probably haven't watched a superhero movie in 20 years.
I just Pornhub. I don't even bother anymore. Like, what am I? Why would I go to a theater for something?
Oh, I don't go to theaters either. The only time we go to theaters, like we took her to Sonic the Hedgehog and cartoons and stuff.
All the time, people are like, oh, "Bro, did you see that latest show on Netflix?" I'm like, I haven't watched television in 20 years, but the one show is really good. It's like, no. There's a reason. I don't go to movie theaters. I don't watch the movies. Like 2005 is my cutoff. I haven't seen shit since.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's like old. I'm going the other way. Like, I'm not buying. What are they at now? PlayStation 5 and Xbox 70 dickety 4. I'm going backwards. I just put up a video of the retro video games I got from DK Oldies the other day. So
we never made it past the GameCube. We got the Wii in the bedroom. I mainly got it because we could stream Netflix on it.
Right.
And then we got a smart TV, so we put it in the bedroom. And the kid, she likes to play Mario Kart, but that's about it. We don't fucking use it. It's got like 2 pounds of dust on it. We don't fucking dust because why? But
yeah.
I've been going back and watching because, like you said, a lot of the shows today suck.
Yeah.
I've been binge watching Married with Children. I forgot how much I fucking love that show. And it's also it's funny and it's depressing because then you realize Al Bundy was right.
Yes.
You feel
about everything he said.
You feel more and more like Al Bundy.
I know. Remember, we were watching City Slickers way back, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm almost as old as those guys now.
Yeah, because he was having.
And now we're older than they are. They were.
Because in that movie, Billy Crystal turned 40.
Yes.
And he was having a midlife crisis.
And
isn't that depressing?
Yes, we're the same age. And that's just kill me.
Isn't that depressing, though? Yeah. Because the thing is, though, Billy Crystal, nothing against him, that motherfucker looked 60 when he was playing a 40-year-old.
Okay.
In City Slickers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now Bruno Kirby's gone.
He's been gone for
now we go down the list of everyone who's freaking died, which is like, oh, Gilbert's gone, Bruno Kirby's gone, Louis Armstrong, not Louis Armstrong.
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson.
Louis Armstrong has been gone for a while, dude. He's been gone since the 70s.
Yeah.
Married with Children. Late 80s, early 90s, Kelly Bundy. Yeah.
Oh, Kelly. Oh, my God.
She still looks good.
Yeah.
I think, she beat breast cancer. I know that's the last I heard of her. She's still pretty, though.
I hate this.
David Faustino is still like 5'2".
But it's like you go and you watch something like, here's the latest on Metallica, and it's like they look like they're 70 because they almost are.
Yeah.
And it's just like all of Lars's hairs, they just look old and
yeah, because
Red Hot Chili Peppers, same thing. There's almost nobody left from the grunge sound except for Eddie Vedder, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's depressing as shit.
Well, because Stranger Things came out. I haven't watched it this season because I fucking hated the last season.
Yeah.
And all I see is like there's.
And I don't know what it is.
It's an 80s TV show. It takes place in the 80s. There's monsters.
Yeah,
And
it's being
reference.
shot now, but the story
Yeah.
takes place. In the
And
80s.
this is like the 4th season, and like all you hear about is something like, wow, one of the kids is into heavy metal.
Okay.
I can already tell I'm gonna hate him because every fucking time I see him, he's doing like the devil horns, and because it was the 80s and metal was by the devil, all that bullshit. And I know there's a scene where he fights the demons by getting their attention by playing Master of Puppets.
Okay.
So now Metallica is popular again.
Oh, good.
So he went and they brought him on stage and all this bullshit. And then it showed pictures of Hetfield and Lars and not Newsted, the guy that replaced Newsted, Robert something. And then Kirk Hammett.
Yeah, Kirk Hammett.
My fucking God.
Kirk looks old as shit.
I know. I haven't seen them since St. Anger, so who am I to
Yeah.
fucking say anything? But
The last time they were listening to was like Saint Anger was like boom right in the kneecap.
Yeah.
They suck.
Mike, we won't say his last name. You know Mike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
another
like the
one of Schmace's.
Schmace's,
Yeah.
Friends. We'll say
Yeah,
that.
we'll say that.
He's the only dude in the world I know who loves Saint Anger. I fucking hate
He
it.
loves Saint Anger.
He loves Saint Anger. He fights people when it comes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how I remember Mike.
Yeah. Good dude, but yeah. Do you know how scary it is living with a Norwegian forest cat who weighs between 18 to 25 pounds and you hear thuds coming up and down the stairs in the middle of the night? I don't even want to imagine a fucking cat that weighs 18 pounds.
I got Gun. He weighs 6 or 8.
18, not 8.
Wow. Wait, is that one of those? No, I don't. It's like, it's so scary.
How scary is it?
Yeah, is there a punchline? I guess you just illustrated it.
Yeah, who cares? Stranger Things season 4 was very meh overall. After all the hype train died, I'd say you could say it's no less than 5 or no more than 7 out of 10. The only reason I'm going to watch it is because the wife wants to watch it.
And I still don't know what it is.
Season 1 was cool. Season 2 was meh. Season 3 was an abortion. And I don't want to look forward to season 4, but I will because I like Robert Englund, the guy who plays Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
He's in it. And that's about it. I could care less. Character Eddie you're talking about actually ends up being one of the better ones throughout the show. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I already hate him already because the only time we ever see him is like he's going like this and he's sticking out his tongue because it's heavy metal.
You got all that. I got one guy. Man,
Well,
gotta start rubbing my nipples more or less.
maybe that's what happened. Maybe the rubbing the nipples scared him away.
I guess.
Stranger Things 4. If I hear that song by Kate Bush one more time, I don't even know who Kate Bush is, but apparently that's what Stranger Things is. It's proving that hey, the 80s were cool. Let's try to piggyback on how good nostalgia is. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's like I like a lot of stupid shit from the 80s, and I get how nostalgia makes it fun. Like Howard the Duck.
Mm-hmm.
You'd love hearing that name, but different like 80s movies and stuff like the 80s music. There was a time, but you can tell with the writing with Stranger Things, a lot of it's just piggybacking on hey, season 1 was great. Everyone loved the 80s references. Let's do a Halloween episode for season 2 and dress the kids up like the Ghostbusters. And then that's all everyone fucking talked about. Hey, remember when they dressed up like the Ghostbusters? What else happened in the episode? I don't know, but they were just like the fucking Ghostbusters.
I have no framework of reference. I have no clue what the hell's going on.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that, it's a TV show that's banking on everyone's love for 80s nostalgia. It's like people our age who wish we were back in better times.
Yeah. So instead of making better movies and TV shows and music, we'll just shit all over everything. Okay.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I remind myself who played Han Solo. What was it?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. I found myself Harrison Ford. It's like getting old and cranky, and it's just like everything is garbage.
Well, just wait.
I'm gonna go fly my plane.
Indiana Jones 5 is coming out next year.
This is why I haven't seen you in 2 years. I need to go on medication and seek therapy because you're like, and they're remaking this and they're remaking this. And I'm like, no. I still haven't seen Ghostbusters 2016.
Good.
Yes, and that's why.
Did you see the new Ghostbusters?
Afterlife?
Yeah.
No.
That one wasn't
That's
bad.
That's what everybody said.
It wasn't
better
bad.
Than Ghostbusters 2016.
Well, that's like saying, herpes is better than AIDS.
It was better than being on fire.
Right.
But not as good as like have an 8-inch
how do I
on.
say how do I say it? Again, the new characters were, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because you're focusing on children again. Why? Why?
Uh,
Because Stranger Things is cool. It was nice seeing the original cast for their cameos, basically. Hold on, I'll put that there.
Matrix Resurrection.
Sounds like Whitey would really like the Matrix Resurrection. Yes, they had a new Matrix movie come out.
I heard it was awful.
I heard it was too. I've heard everything past the first one is awful.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, I've never even been able to after the first one, which was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I've never watched a Matrix film all the way through.
I think I've only I know I've seen all three of them. The only one I remember is the first one, and I remember jack shit about it. I remember, the scene where they're in, like, I think it's an airport or something like that, where they're shooting everybody, and then what's his fucking name? Hugo Weaving as, like, the bad guy.
Yeah.
He laughs a lot.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
It was the best part of the movie. I don't know why the rest of the movie happened. It should just be a movie about Hugo Weaving doing fucking anything.
Yeah. Hollywood is so fucked that we got three different versions of Resident Evil this year, and all three got trashed as the worst thing ever made for Resident Evil 1. Yeah. That's just how Netflix is, dude. They make a show.
Like, why? Why is this
there you go.
happening?
Matrix Resurrection was god awful.
No shit.
So coming soon to the Whitey the White Guy show, Whitey is going to review the entire Matrix franchise. You should do that. Like,
why do you
make
hate me?
Make on like nostalgia.
What did I do to you?
But that no, you made me watch Fart the movie. That's why.
I did make you watch Fart the movie. That's us. For anyone who hasn't seen Fart the movie, we both have reviews of it.
I don't have that review.
I do.
I can't believe someone fucking stole our shit. Downloaded our shit.
I think it were 3 times now.
2 different channels, at least that I remember.
Yeah.
Downloaded your past stuff. It's always been from your channel.
Yeah.
Uploaded it. Those assholes get like 4,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
But then you find them. You upload them on your channel.
And I got 16 views. Fart the movie is probably around 40, 50 views by now.
If you like a film that tries to remind you of how good the original was while trying to retcon everything that you fell in love with, Matrix Resurrection is your movie.
Oh my god. Do you know what a K-bar is?
No.
It's a really nasty knife they use in the military. This all sounds like I'd rather take a K-bar and just rip my tits off, basically, than anything that they're making now.
Is it sad? Like the one of the best movies I've seen lately is when I took the kid to see Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
With Jim Carrey.
Yeah, those movies are actually quite fun. I think you would enjoy them for being
I did a review of the trailer, and I thought it looked like it'd be a fun kids
movie. It was
movie.
fun. It was a fun kids movie. That's what it was.
Nice to have Jim Carrey back.
And he was being Jim Carrey. He wasn't being this nutcase.
Right.
Did you ever see that documentary of him when he was doing the Man on the Moon? The Andy Kaufman stuff?
I think I saw like a trailer for it.
I lost. It's not like I had a lot of respect for him to begin with.
You lost a lot of stuff.
I did because he's one of those guys that likes to do method acting.
Yeah.
If that's a thing. He is. I mean, it's him and Shia LaBeouf are the fucking craziest ones.
Yeah.
He was Andy Kaufman the entire shoot. He wouldn't answer unless you called him Andy. But he was also playing pranks on people, antagonizing people, being a fucking asshole to people. Yeah. Like Andy Kaufman was involved in wrestling, pro wrestling in the 80s, and it was staged. He was with this wrestler named Jerry the King Lawler.
Yeah. Well, I saw the movie.
Oh, you saw them? Okay.
Yeah, Man on the Moon. It's really good.
All right. Well, I mean, Jim Carrey was so mean to Jerry Lawler, like calling him trash
in real life.
And it's on camera. You can see it. They didn't get this part on camera. Like Jerry was married. He was either married or engaged at the time. His girlfriend, who was also in wrestling, she was there just because hey, her name was Stacy. Stacy, I'm gonna be on set. You want to come? Sure. She's in the movie during the funeral scene. She's singing along and stuff like that. Jim Carrey took like a soda or water and he threw it at her just to make Jerry mad, to get Jerry to be mad at Andy. And it's on camera. Lawler got nuts and he put him in like a headlock. And if you put a person in a headlock and squeeze hard, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
And everyone's yelling, Jerry, let him go. He's like, no, fuck this shit. I'm tired of his bullshit.
Yeah.
You can tell he went too far. And it's just like there's method acting, and then there's being a fucking asshole.
Jim Carrey was on Norm Macdonald's podcast thing.
Okay.
Another person we lost.
Yeah.
And he
I
was
never
talking
realized how
about
funny he was until after he was gone.
He made when he was Jim Carrey was telling a story about when they made was the one he was in with Tommy Lee Jones, the Batman
Oh, Batman Forever.
Forever, and he's out one night while they're making the film, and he runs into Tommy Lee Jones, and Tommy Lee Jones was like, I can't condone these antics or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like exactly like Jerry Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Jim Carrey just
Yeah,
finds a way to like
they're
create tension or
it's
you know,
not
whatever.
a secret that Tommy Lee Jones hated working Batman Forever
Yeah.
because he
As well as
hated
shit,
working
it's
with Jim Carrey. He
Fucking,
hated
it was
working with Jim
awful fucking movie.
Carrey. But at the time, I thought, well, Tommy Lee Jones is just a grumpy fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you see, like,
Then you hear this stuff, it's like, okay, it's not so much Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's an asshole.
Yeah. And then you go to, like I mentioned, Shia LaBeouf. He recently got fired from a movie because his acting methods they didn't work well with the other cast members. But this is the guy that he doesn't bathe for, if he's playing a stinky guy. He did a war movie.
Yeah,
recently.
There was actually the tank one.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
Fury.
Fury, that was it. And he's got a big scar. He did that to himself.
Yeah.
On set, he took a knife and he cut his own flesh to make that scar real. Because that's method act.
He pulled the tooth out.
Yeah, because that's how he wanted to
get into character. Yeah.
Something's not quite right. It's proof that all these Disney Channel kids, all these Disney Channel kids, and all these Nickelodeon kids, there's something going on. They're fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Like there's this one chick who just came out with a book. I can't think of it. And she was on Nickelodeon. She talks about all the bad shit that happened with Dan Schneider, if you know about him. Okay. Dan Schneider was a big executive producer on Nickelodeon. And you found out he was just a big creep. He's an actor. Have you ever seen Better Off Dead? With John Cusack. Okay, he's a big retard in that. I mean, he's done like Nickelodeon movies. He was in Head of the Class for a season or two. He's a big fat guy that had the boombox. Okay. Anyways, big fat guy.
All right.
Okay. And you find out, once all this stuff is breaking out, you find out that he would take home video footages, like behind the scenes of all the young actresses. Hey, how you doing today? Hey, how's it looking? Why aren't you smiling? Smile. All that creepy stuff. Then you find out, like, there was episodes of this show that he was producing and writing and directing, and it was just like goofy foot jokes. Like some girl would like shoot a bow and arrow with her feet. And then you find out he has a foot fetish.
Oh God!
So he was.
That's never a good sign, is it?
He literally changed. Remember Nickelodeon? Remember the what would you call it? The logo was like this big orange splat of like slime.
Uh-huh.
Literally, when he became in charge,
oh, no.
It went from the splat to a giant orange foot. Yeah. He's sending inappropriate text messages to all these. Yeah, he got fired. But it's always the Nickelodeon and the Disney Channel shows.
Yeah. What is it?
It's Hollywood.
So is it? It begs the question, because there's plenty of weirdos throughout society, but does it attract weirdos, or does it just because they have money and pull, they can get away with this more than the average?
I don't know. I think at the time, I think maybe it was because they were tweens. The actors and actresses, they didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Maybe people didn't believe them, or maybe since they're. If you think about it, they're probably the breadwinners of the family. They're like, don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
But well, yeah. I don't know because I haven't seen you in 2 years. A guy at work, my old job, who I saw every day for 2 years, is looking at a life sentence for pedophilia. Because it was his second charge. And I saw this dude every day.
Oh, God.
And like chatting with him stuff. I consider him a buddy of mine. And then one day, I'm like,
Top Gun Maverick's supposed to be really good, though.
Yeah, I'm hearing good things. One day, I'm like, what happened to so-and-so? And they're like, oh, you didn't hear. I'm like, no, what happened? Years ago, he had sex with a 5-year-old when he was 17 or 19 or something. And then he got busted having sex with a 13-year-old when he was like 30-something. And so, the only reason I bring that up is like, okay, nobody's heard of this guy. You live right down the street by comparison. So is it just that because they're celebrities, you hear about it, whereas if they were Bob Schwab, you would never hear about it? Or is there an epidemic?
Like Blecka says right there, it's probably because weirdos have to try to act normal so they fit so well in Hollywood.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, remember when we both had who's back? He's commented on a couple of your videos. Remember when that Jared guy?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say his channel name because I'm not gonna promote him. But
there.
we had a YouTuber.
That's
who,
a dark abyss. I don't even want to look into.
I looked into it.
Oh, you did.
I looked into it.
Yeah,
we
had the dark abyss. You're like, I need more details.
That's right.
I run the other direction.
We had a fellow
YouTube
subscriber who had his
Hold
own.
on, you tell us. I'm gonna get a smoke.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna need a. Don't you want to smoke after the fun? Isn't that how it usually is?
What are we? I just need.
He needs to leave the room. What it was is we had a fellow YouTuber. I said I'm not gonna promote him because he's because of what he is, and allegedly, yeah, right. I've seen the screenshots, and we found out about him because he would comment on both of our videos, and I think he found Whitey first, and then he came to my channel because we did like a stream together or something like that, and we went and we subbed to his channel because that's what you do. You sub to other people's channels, and we hadn't at the time we hadn't watched any of his material because all he did was live stream, and his live streams were long like this and stuff like that. And then I saw like in some of his comments of his videos, he was obviously getting trolled by some people. People calling him pedophile, this and that. And then of course me, like Whitey said, I go down into the abyss. I Googled him and I found out like there were times when he said it's okay to sleep with underage girls. It doesn't count as rape and this and that. And I'm like, I found that, and then I found different things that happened. Eventually, I got to tell Whitey. Eventually, he had the cops call on him during a live stream and stuff. And he's had meltdowns and stuff like that. And I found out about all this stuff, and I texted Whitey. I'm like, dude, don't associate with this guy anymore because of everything that I found out. And then we unsubbed him. His name's out there, and we unsubbed from him. And all was quiet on the Western Front until recently he commented on, I don't know if it was one of mine. If it was on one of mine, I know I deleted it. But he commented on one of Whitey's videos. I'm like, oh, fucker's back. And he's one of those guys that has like 2 or 3, 4 channels. And it's just fucking Looney Tunes how these people exist. And then how close you are to them without even fucking knowing it. And that's what's scary. Especially, like I said, with this guy's situation and me being a father. And that's one of the main reasons why I don't let my daughter be on screen. You know what I mean? It's just, it's scary sometimes because the world's a fucked up place. And I'm not chancing, because I have, I've got over 1,000 subs. And it's usually the same people in the chats, Blucka, Night Watch, Jay when he shows up. The usual same group of 5, 10 people, but you never know if that one person who likes the little kids shows up and be like, let's see, sees my kid on it, and you're like, hey, maybe she'll be on next week, that type of stuff. It's fucking scary. It's just weird how we didn't even realize he was doing that, until I just decided to click on one of his fucking videos, and down the rabbit hole I went. Sounds like a creep, but I'm pretty sure there are laws that let people have relationships with people as young as 16 or so if the parents sign off, which I find. Well, the thing is, context-wise, I know 17 is legal in certain. I'm not saying that. I think he also said I think he said something to the fact because this person was 15. I think I don't know if he actually went through with it, but he also said that it's okay to sleep with a girl that young, and he's like 25, 26, and it's not considered statutory if she goes along with it. So that's also kind of him saying that, it's okay to do it. It's not technically statutory rape because, you weren't forced upon her, or you didn't force yourself upon her. He's a Looney Tune. it's just fucking scary that these type of people are out there, and that's like the one thing that is kind of scary. Not scary, but the one thing you gotta put in the back of your mind when doing YouTube is there's a lot of fucking weirdos out there, and I've had my fair share of fucking weirdos. Like I've had so many bridges burned with people that I've met through YouTube because I find out they're, you know what I mean. It's almost like being in prison for 10 years for marijuana when it's almost legal everywhere. I know, man. It's yeah. I don't try to deal with that shit at all, and that's why I say lots of times YouTube isn't for everyone because I've gotten my fair share of trolls. I mean, it's mainly when I'm talking celebrities because I had that whole Corey Feldman situation and all those fucking weirdos, and I've had. That's why I don't talk about celebrities so much unless it's like random live streams because then people would have to wait, 53 minutes for me to fucking talk about somebody, or like when Whitey's over, no one's gonna want to live stream that much. But it's again, it's a chance you take. It's like being a celebrity. That's the chance you take. Meeting these fucking paparazzis or obsessed fans. You shouldn't have to, but you gotta take that into consideration. That's just it is what it is. It fucking sucks. It's so weird seeing camera one, camera two. Y'all better now?
No, I feel remakes and pedophiles. Why are we?
Yeah. Remakes and pedophiles.
We need to do another live stream.
That's gonna be the next time. The next title for your live stream. Remakes and pedophiles.
That's gonna bring in an audience.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Yeah,
well, you're not a smoker, so you don't have an ashtray.
No. But like I was telling them, like I said, how we found that guy, and I texted you, and I'm like, hey, let's get rid of him. Don't associate with the dude.
Right.
And then everything was all good for like
And he contacted me a month or so ago, and I was just like, I'm just gonna let that sit where it is.
Yeah, don't even respond.
I didn't. So, if he reforms his ways or something, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's interesting. It keeps saying you have one viewer or no viewer, but you got 50-something comments.
I know this live stream ticker thing isn't really the most accurate thing at all. Like you can see it on your if you go on. Let's see here. Let's see. It says there's. Oh, I hit stop, but it said 2 are in yours. I don't know. Let's see if I can go on mine.
You've had a dozen people easy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
over the course of the
last hour. That's over the course.
Not at one time.
Like, right now, let's see here. It says I only have 1 in the chat, which could go to 2 because I just joined, but it's pretty much just Blucka. But yeah, this thing is very unreliable when it comes to that shit. I'll go back to your channel, so at least you can have like the view or whatever. There we go. See, now it says 2 people in your chat.
I still want to wear that tutu. I think I look good now. I lost some weight.
You did. You look a lot better. Someone even commented on that. I uploaded one of our old videos. I don't know if it was the Ghostbusters one or something like that, but they said you lost a lot of weight. I'm like, yeah.
I was, I think I'm in the vicinity of 270, so I've lost 70 pounds, 70, 80 pounds.
That's good.
So I'm trying to get to, and then this is goodish news. I was getting sick of the old job for a whole host of reasons. So I started looking around, and this came up, and I have experience and everything. I got hired right away. I've never been there. I don't know anybody that I work for. Never met them. It's all over the phone. So I'm like, I couldn't put on a face. So, but they said this is your start date. But when I was at Gunderson Lutheran, they handled all the shots right there because I worked for Gunderson Lutheran. I don't work for the place I work for. I work for Tim Service. So they sent me to all over Timbuktu to get shots. And then they're like, you need to get the Johnson & Johnson shot, which is the one and done. And in 2 weeks you'll have immunity and you can start. Everywhere I went, they're like, yeah, they just discontinued that. You don't have it. Nobody had it. So I had to get the Pfizer, which is a 28-day waiting period instead of 14. So they moved my start date back. Well, I already put in my 2-week notice.
Oh no.
And then that ran out. And then they're like, oh, everything they've told me was wrong. And then they're like, yeah, you get paid every Friday. It's not. It's Wednesday. It's like everything they told me. So they kept pushed the start date back 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I no longer remember the point of why I brought that up.
I don't know either. We're
Just
talking about pedophiles.
pedophiles, yes. So, so in that time, I've got a dwindling amount of money left in my bank
Mhm.
account, of course.
Right.
So I'm living off of ramen noodles and macaroni and cheese, and I don't go anywhere because I don't want to use the gas.
And that's why he's got two care packages.
So
from
my
us.
weight was coming down, and I'm sure it bumped up 10, 15 pounds. And now that I'm working again, it came back down again. Like I could feel the difference in my scrubs.
That's good.
That I've lost some more weight. So I don't know currently where it's at exactly, but it's in the vicinity of 270, 280. But I want to get it down to like 240.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least.
Yeah.
So here's to
as you
trying
drink
to lose
soda.
weight. I got to get away from this sugar.
Yeah. Blecka says, I used to absolutely hate politics before COVID, but Disney and all those crazy people started forcing into anything that had the potential to be entertaining and started making me debate people. See, that's one thing. Like I said, Blecka, if you sub to Whitey's, like I said in the description, Blecka's a good debater.
Okay.
He might tell you he thinks you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
But what I like about him, because we've gotten in kind of a debate, I'll click on it, about the new Predator movie. He totally didn't agree with anything I said about it being. I said it's not woke. He says it is. But what I like about him is he can have the civil discussion. He's not like "fuck you, you fucking fatty" and stuff
I like
that.
to think I'm the same way.
Yeah.
That's what good. They disagree, but you can just have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't get in anyone's face because I could be wrong. You know.
Well, and if you're gonna fucking yell at me, I'm gonna stop listening to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was an asshole about politics, we wouldn't have seen each other in 20 years.
Right.
So, but yeah, I saw some of the reviews and stuff and some clips from the movie Prey. And
I really liked it. I think you would probably think it's ass.
it looks like ass. It looks like straight ass.
I feel like it's all right to be political in movies, but if you're making a Predator movie, should politics be something overtakes the Predator story?
No.
But see, I didn't think it was woke, and that's why I didn't see it that way.
In the original, there was the slightest dash of politics ish because they were going to rescue. He was supposed to be a cabinet minister.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a little dash of Cold War politics in there, but you have to make the story make sense. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why they'd be doing what they're doing is because of the Russian involvement with the guerrillas. So the CIA gets involved, and that gets you your characters where they go. And then the moment the Predator thing happens, that's out the window, and now the story begins. But there wasn't you're evil for being a white male.
Right.
It was just this is what needs to move the narrative.
I remember when I was a kid, I didn't know anything about military stuff. I thought when they mentioned gorillas, it was like a bag of gorillas that killed a.
There's a TV show called Tour of Duty. I mentioned a number of times.
Yeah.
I love about the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
And one time the squad's out at night and there's a bunch of shooting going on, and then they go see what it was, and he comes back. He's like, "We got 4 gorillas." It's like that's good, right? And he's like, "No, actual gorillas." In the tree. I still gotta see that show. The animal.
He says, or some with comic book material like She-Hulk, for example, is like 90% feminism and 10% comic book material reimagined, which let me tell you isn't tasteful at all.
What can't they learn about? Was it Catwoman?
Mm-hmm.
Or Batwoman? I think it was Batwoman.
The one
TV show.
The TV show, yeah, was so and so Batwoman or Batgirl. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Female Batman.
But it's like here's this 102-pound chick, soaking wet, and she's trouncing these 250-pound dudes. It's like, no.
And she doesn't have superpowers. That's the thing. If she had superpowers, it'd be different.
See, when it's Christian Bale, it makes sense because pound for pound, they're about the same size.
I'll block a sub to you.
Thanks, Blanca. You'll unsub soon enough. You're like, enough of this shit. They killed your dog. Shut the fuck up. That was brutal though. Oh my god. It was because like everything else, they like I come home from work or I wake up the next day.
Batwoman made me laugh so fucking hard.
Made you laugh or comment on it or the actual show?
From what I know about Blanca, I don't think you would enjoy Batwoman.
Yeah, but everything that happens, I find out either afterwards or as they're leading her out to the field, and they already dug the hole. I'm just like, God damn it, dude! Warn me
Where's
about this
you?
shit.
You were getting jealous. You wish you had the whole like 10 years
Yeah.
ago.
Put me in a fucker and put me down. I tell my dad all the time, dude, like seriously, just burn me in a fire. I don't fucking care. Like, don't spend money at the morgue.
That's what happened when my dad passed. Because he passed, of course, his ass had to die in fucking January, where it's fucking cold.
Mhm.
So the funeral was going to be expensive. We haven't had a funeral. Too
Yeah.
expensive. He wouldn't want that anyways. He
Right.
wouldn't give a shit.
You know, Marine, you don't need that.
Yeah.
That bullshit.
Yeah, he didn't care. He's Vietnam vet,
Yeah.
war. He didn't give a shit. And so the funeral would have cost and everything. The embalming,
Mhm.
the burial, and they charged an extra $500 just to break through frozen ground.
Yeah.
So we cremated him.
Yeah.
Because it was a financial thing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my dad would be like, "Don't be fucking spending $2,000 just to fucking embalm me."
When my dad
You know what I
passes
mean?
away,
He would have been like
Yeah.
would have been like cheapest method possible.
Yeah.
And we did. We cremated him, and my mom's got his ashes in a really nice urn. The lady was nice, but we went to because she knew my sister's grandpa. It's a long story. Her grandpa, not my grandpa, all that weird stuff. And she was like, "You know what? I know your family. We didn't get charged for the urn.
Okay.
We saved $500, but it was still
The
$3,000.
urn is $500.
Yeah, that you put the ashes in and stuff like that. It looks really nice, but still, it's made of marble and all this crap.
What's wrong with this?
Right,
Just put me in here.
right. But what I'm saying is, it was $3,000 just to cremate him. Imagine fucking
I
having
need
to
to-
embalm him and all that stuff.
Have you written a will? Because we're getting old.
No.
I'm gonna
I
write.
got nothing.
I'm gonna write it in. Seriously, just like hide me behind the tree. I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's like you ever see It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
I'm aware of it.
Okay, Danny DeVito. He's like, when I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, you're dead.
That's why I've always wondered, like, why do people care about not being an organ donor? You're not gonna know what they cut you up.
Yeah.
You have no idea what they're gonna
Yeah,
fucking
I'm-
do to you when you're dead.
Yeah, I'm an organ donor.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I don't need
Like,
it.
I ain't gonna leave you a whole lot that still works. You're not gonna want my shit.
Right.
It's like, can we use the penis for anything? Not a goddamn thing, and neither did he.
Batwoman. I don't want a man to take credit for a woman's work. Meanwhile, she is taking all of the
Yes.
Batman stuff and taking credit for it.
Yes, I hate the uppers.
They
downers,
did that in
downs,
the
up.
latest X-Men movie,
Oh, God.
Dark Phoenix.
With Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
No,
no,
that's
you're-
a while back.
You're 20 years behind my phone.
Oh yeah, I'm 10.
But there was a scene where
Remember
Mystique.
to her,
There's a
dude?
scene where Mystique. She's the blue one. To
Yeah,
explain to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
She is yelling at James McAvoy, who plays Professor X,
Yes.
and there was like a big hoopla, Jean Grey almost got killed, blah, 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 blah. And she looks at him and she's like, and you could tell this was forced. She says, maybe we should change the name of the team to X Women because we do all the work.
Which isn't true in the least.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that's just. The trailer is Gotham needs a hero as the O fades away and all that remains is her. That's Batwoman.
This is like
This is why Bluck is great for live streams. That cheesy shit is so fucking bad, but for some reason I laugh so hard that it could even get recorded, let alone pushed out into the final product.
I don't laugh. I sharpen my knives.
You take the cyanide pill.
Yeah.
That's why you got it like right there. Gotta have it
Yeah.
handy.
Seriously, dead bodies and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Way better than Hollywood. Like cleaning up poo. My job is the best part of my day.
Mm-hmm.
I walk around in blood.
You walk around in blood, but you're getting
Yeah.
paid for it though.
I am.
You're getting paid for it. Like I said, you're making a.
I have to.
You're making a good amount. I would say more than me,
Yeah.
and I've been there fucking
But the
19 years.
temp service takes their percentage. So
Oh, do
it's
they?
not 20 on the nose.
But you're still making.
Uncle Sam,
You're
yeah.
you're still making.
I'm making a good $100 more than I was at the last job after the raise I got.
Is there chances that they'll hire you on since it's still a temp?
That's the they asked me that. I'm like, I don't even know what they pay, but they don't pay 20, so fuck you. Why would I do that?
That's true.
So if you work at a hospital, they've always got good benefits and they can just roll you in there.
Mhm.
And I tell people that every night. I'm like, if I gotta clean up one more poo, just put me in psych. I get one more shitter, just put me in psych.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been doing this so long enough, so yeah, that pays great.
Whenever that cheesy shit makes it to the screen, I just picture the J. Jameson meme from Spider-Man, where he is laughing his ass off and then stops and asks if they're serious. Well, it's what he's saying basically, you know, the meme where the guy just goes ha ha ha. What, are you serious?
Yeah.
Every time he sees Hollywood like that.
What do you think of the Clerks movie?
Kevin
Smith. He went woke and it sucks.
Here's the thing. We grew up on Kevin Smith.
Yes.
You and me, we used to quote Kevin Smith when we were working at the bakery 20 years ago together. What Kevin Smith has become personally is very sad.
Yes.
The skinny dude who's always crying when he watches movies. I saw the new Star Wars movie and it brought a tear to my eye. I saw this and it brought a tear to my eye. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm happy he survived that heart attack. I'm very happy, but I think that is what changed him. I'm glad he's healthy. He's eating healthy. He still looks like he's dying because he's still wearing the overcoat and stuff like. But he's definitely changed. And how do I say this? Because I don't want to trash him too much because he is a huge part of me growing up, and I love almost all of his films.
Yeah.
Then Jay and Silent Bob reboot came out. I didn't laugh a single fucking time in that movie.
The reboot? The one with his daughter in it?
Yes, the one where Jay finds out he had a daughter with Shannon Elizabeth, and they take her and they try to stop the reboot. It was so dumb because they eventually break the fourth wall. They go to a Comic-Con. They meet Kevin Smith and kidnap him. They talk about how his daughter's always in all of his fucking movies. He became so meta, it was awful.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh once. And Clerks 3...
And then Ben Affleck gives that speech about being dead. It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
I'm happy they reconciled.
Yeah.
Because they had a huge falling out, I guess.
He is.
Because I guess
but you're a dad.
Yeah.
I hate kids. I like your kid. I hate kids.
Yeah. Plural.
Do you care that they put that shit in movies?
No.
All this lecture is about being a good dad. Is that anything?
No, because I know I'm a good dad.
Yeah.
I don't need to be told, what to do. I know. But the thing is what Smith became now is it could just be a shitty trailer. Have you seen the Clerks 3 trailer?
Yeah.
Okay. It could just
That's my response to the Clerks 3 trailer.
Okay.
It looked awful.
It could just be a shitty trailer because
you can see it over here. Here you go.
When I saw the Clerks 2 trailer, I thought it looked fucking... I thought the Clerks 2 trailer looked fucking awful, and Clerks 2 is one of my favorite.
Okay.
So, but the fact is that it's now an autobiography. Randall has a heart attack, and now he wants to make a movie about working at the Quick Stop. I think that sounds like fucking garbage.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fucking stupid. It could be funny, but it's like when you see, like every time I go on Twitter or Facebook, there's always an ad for Moobies. I don't know if Moobies is now a real restaurant or whatever, but it's him and Jay, Jason Mewes. They're fucking in their 50s, and they're still like, it's funny coming from us, what are we've been talking about poop all night, you know what I mean? But it's just like, hey guys, remember us, from the mall movie?
From the 90s?
I'm like, Jesus Christ, you've really fucking fallen off that pedestal. It is time to move on, but again, we're in the world where Beavis and Butthead have just come back. You know what I mean?
Did they?
Yeah, there's a new Beavis and Butthead movie called Beavis and Butthead Go to Space or some bullshit. I've heard it's actually funny. And then now they are back with brand new episodes too.
Wow.
But
I don't even know what that would look like. Because they can't use the old animation.
It looks like it's definitely not the old animation, but it's in the style of the old animation. Okay. It just looks crisper and cleaner.
Okay.
But with the whole Kevin Smith thing, it's like the man's pushing what, maybe 55, and he's still acting like an 18-year-old friend. Like, we get it. Dick and fart jokes were funny 20 years ago. Do something else. I liked Jersey Girl. I think Jersey Girl was a great movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's a good, fun family film. Red State was interesting. Tusk was fucked up, but I liked it.
I just can't get my dick hard and then the guy turns into a walrus.
Yeah, it's a fucking trippy movie. It definitely, have some beer or pizza or something like that. But him he's definitely had a fall from grace. He's become
then kept falling.
Yeah, he's just become a big giant wet pussy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
he lost his balls entirely.
Would Kevin Smith qualify for shill status nowadays? What would shill status mean?
Corporate shill. He sold out without question.
I don't know.
Well,
Really?
not corporate.
Because
But
he still does like
he
it's
sold
stuff.
out to woke. He sold out to the woke thing.
You think so?
Yeah. And maybe not even. Maybe he might be an example of somebody who actually believes what he's saying.
Oh yeah, I think he always has.
Yeah. He might. I
I
disagree with him philosophically, but he might actually. He might not be doing it for his career
right.
because it isn't helping his career.
No.
He might be doing it because he actually believes it. I just disagree.
I think his heart attack was a wake up call. It changed the way he looked at things. But movie wise, I'm not excited for Clerks 3, and James Silent Bob reboot was so disappointing. Like I said, it didn't last once. Because again, it was all we get it. Weed jokes, poop jokes, dick jokes. It got old. That's all. That's how I say. It's crazy that if you look at every single Marvel project for Phase 4, that the villain is always a white male, even when everything visually and dialogue says it's the women minority till the end.
Yeah.
You got to keep the people happy that are going to see the movies. That's the problem.
But they're not. They're pissing everybody off. Nobody wants this shit.
I know they're still making. Well, no, because after Marvel Endgame, which made like billions and billions of dollars, they're kind of they're still making more. Well, I don't know how much money they're making because now a lot of it goes to the streaming networks too.
Yeah.
Instead of going to the theater.
See, I think it's just corporate tie-ins.
You think so?
Yeah, you gotta get everything on a McDonald's cup.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to push. Because the white male demographic, it's not just the numbers like population. It's who spends the money. And I said this before. Little girls, need a lot of shit. Little boys, weed and Xbox yourself. So little girls buy all the products, so you make it all girl power because they're the ones going out shopping, and that's where the money's coming in. But then you need to what you do is it's all about money. So what do? You use existing properties that you already own the rights to, so you don't have to pay for the rights, and that's why they're rehashing the old stuff.
But see, the thing is, you can have, like we've mentioned this before, like even just me and you can have strong female protagonists.
Yes.
When it's naturally written. Like, has no one ever heard of Ellen Ripley or Sarah Connor?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Some of these you can tell are just force fed to you.
Yes.
Sarah Connor is great because in the first movie she was a wimp until like halfway through.
Yeah.
Ellen Ripley, she was one of the boys. You know what I mean? She was shit talking Yaphet Kotto, and then she took charge when Tom Skerritt, we can't let you in because of protocol, stuff like that. It could be because Linda Hamilton and Sigourney Weaver are really good actresses, but also the way the character is written, they're written like a normal person. They're, other than the fact Linda Hamilton had to get pregnant, have John Connor fall in love, the sex of those characters wouldn't really have mattered.
Right.
And because a woman played them, they made them strong female characters.
Yeah.
And that was great. Nowadays, a lot of it is just like eye-rolling stuff. Like, I'm all for having strong female Marvel characters. You know what I mean? Because they're few and far between, like in the comics and this and that. But there's a scene in Endgame. It's like when everyone's coming together, they're fighting Thanos. Characters you don't know what's going on. But world is ending. All the good guys come to fight the one big baddie. Okay? And there is a scene where I think it's Captain Marvel. Think of her like female Superman. Yeah. Okay? And Thanos or one of the other baddies, he says, "You need you need help. You need an army to stop me." And she says, "I have my army." And all the females just showed up behind her, and it was just like an eye-rolling moment.
Oh my god!
Like you could have made that cool. Just show the females kicking ass, but don't just like, you know what I mean.
But then, at work, I have to lift all the heavy shit because the women can't.
Right.
What the fuck?
Well, yeah, but you see my point, though. There's a difference between making a scene. You can have these badass women kicking ass, kicking all the bad guys, but then you just gotta shove in like, I have my army. It's just nothing but the chicks.
Yeah.
There is a difference. You know what I mean? That's why I liked Prey. Blucka might disagree with me. I liked Prey because, in my opinion, she wasn't spoon-fed. She was a strong female character. Because she was a strong female character. I mean, she failed at times, this and that. some people say it's woke because she wants to be a hunter and not, hunt and not just, medicine woman and taking care of the babies. I'm pretty sure there were plenty of Native Americans that women who didn't want to just do that,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So that's how I looked at it. There's a difference between Prey and that Captain Marvel scene.
Yeah.
That's just my take on it.
Myself, without having seen it, it's the less egregious because, like you said, it's not necessarily the Karen thing.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't just suddenly be amazing. There was a
Mm-hmm.
process.
Mm-hmm.
She had to work at it
Mm-hmm.
and develop those skills, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't. Again, I haven't seen the film, so we'll see. But they have to take the French guys and make them buffoonish.
They weren't buffoonish, but they were the bad guys.
Yeah.
They're not in the film very long.
Yeah.
But you had the French fur trappers during that time in America. They were anti-Native American, which they were. A lot of times they didn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they were just there. It was, how do you say? They weren't necessarily villains. They were just bad guys towards the Native Americans, which everybody, all white men were at that time.
I guess.
I that's just how I looked at it.
I'm in no hurry to see it.
I want you to find that movie and watch it and give an honest review of it.
I can only smack myself in the ass so many times.
We'll have Schmace bring home another homeless person.
I'm gonna do a whole review where I'm just rubbing my butt cheeks together. The whole review of it.
So,
and can I poop in a head for an hour and a half?
That would be fun. Like
Only one way to know.
If you move back into the area and we can start doing these more, we gotta bring back, because me and the wife do. Please Don't Make Me Watch.
Yeah.
It's kind of like our prelude to a review where we try to torture each other. Where you made me watch Fart the movie, and A Million Ways to Die in the West.
But I watch good movies.
And then I know. I made you watch Howard the Duck.
Oh my god.
Universal Soldier, which you didn't mind.
I didn't mind that. I thought it was Dolph Lundgren surprised me.
Leprechaun was one. I watched that with you.
When he hits the fence, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I made you watch some sneakers too, though. But you made me watch Dune and Fart the movie. So, that would be fun. Because it's fun to kind of torture your friends, you know what I mean?
It is.
So, like Rachel, she's made me watch like Babes in Toyland and Troop Beverly Hills, like all these family movies that are Annie, which I didn't mind Annie. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm making her watch. I made her watch Cannibal the Musical.
Nice.
She hated it.
I caught part of that.
She watched Man with a Screaming Brain, and then next up I'm gonna make her watch a movie from the '50s called Attack of the Crab Monsters, where the biggest name starring in the movie is the professor from Gilligan's Island. It's about this this island that was hit with radioactivity, so there are giant crab monsters that can communicate through telepathy, and they try to kill everybody.
What was it? That reminds me of that Matt Damon film that came out somewhat recently, Great Wall.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see that?
No.
Matt Damon goes to China 200 years ago or something, and he helps the Chinese defend the Great Wall of China against aliens. I'm making it up.
It's called Great Wall.
And so the queen alien has this thing on her head, like a naturally growing thing, and it vibrates and that communicates attack commands to the other aliens. And then
Did you actually watch it?
No, fuck no. Did you hear anything I just said? That sounds awful.
The Great Wall, 2016 monster film directed by some guy. Blah 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 blah. Okay. An American and Chinese co-production co-starring Matt Damon, Jing Tyne, Pedro Pascal, Willem Dafoe, and Andy Lau. The plot centers around a European mercenary warrior, Matt Damon, imprisoned by Imperial Chinese forces within the Great Wall of China after arriving in search of gunpowder, eventually joining forces with the Chinese to help combat an alien threat. That could be fun. That could be fun, though, dude. That could be fun. But then again...
Put that on your to-dos.
But then again...
Oh, Baby Frankenstein.
I love Baby Frankenstein. I am so happy I got this movie. Because I've been looking... I have been looking since
Lord, take me now.
I've been looking for a year for that movie.
Oh my.
And then finally I saw someone review it on YouTube when they said they didn't like it. I said I would gladly take it off their hands.
Just like one day you had your thumb up your ass while you can talk about it, and you're like, I need a movie where there's Frankenstein, but Frankenstein's a baby. And then they made it, and now here we are.
There you go. They did make the Comanche extremely clean cut. This is about Prey. While the Frenchmen were Neanderthal cavemen who were dirty and grunted a lot. Now they're French. So
if Hollywood just could get off over its pettiness and lack of intelligence, it'd be fine.
Prey is worth a watch, but the first 50 minutes will be a bit of a struggle for Whitey. I feel from what I've got to know from him from this stream. As much as I dislike Prey, I could say that it definitely has the right idea in some regards, but the execution wasn't how it would go about it.
Yeah.
And he said the Great Wall was pretty boring. How can it be boring if you're fucking fighting aliens, though? At the Great Wall of China.
Matt Damon found a way. And you think, Matt, 15 years ago, you're like, Matt Damon, Willem Dafoe, where do I sign? And then you see this shit now, and you're like, oh, God.
I still love Willem Dafoe. I just watched The Boondock Saints the other day for the first time.
I gotta rewatch that.
I'm gonna talk about that Tuesday night on An American Werewolf in New Jersey. There's a plug for you. Didn't love the movie. Actually was great. Willem Dafoe was fucking amazing though. But when is he not? Even in the Spider. You don't know if he.
I haven't even seen.
You don't know if he wasn't good.
Yeah, I have no.
But like even in Spider-Man, he's good. Yeah. You know, I love him in that. He's a Platoon is still.
Oh yeah,
he's fantastic in Platoon.
That's one thing that's missing too is like
Platoon.
Good war movies. But the war crowd would wipe its ass on it.
They don't make money. They don't make money anymore.
Really? No, they don't. You can't put Willem Dafoe's character in Platoon on a McDonald's cup. That's why they don't make them anymore.
True.
But you can take Chris Pratt and the little raccoon, and you can put that on a McDonald's cup, and that's what dictates what movies can be now. So it's like the writing is garbage. All the movies look amazing. The writing is garbage. The acting is usually pretty good. But if you can't put a little fuzzy character on a McDonald's cup, they don't make the movie anymore.
Imagine Willem Dafoe on a McDonald's cups.
I'm sure he's done some voice work or something where he's played a.
I've seen him in a Netflix movie called Death Note, where he plays an evil Japanese creature that helps kill people.
Okay. Death Note?
Death Note.
It was a movie.
Yes. I really liked it.
Deathbed, the bed that kills people?
Deathbed, the bed that eats.
Eats people?
Yeah, I still haven't seen that yet. It's on the list, though. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever seen Microwave Massacre? There's one for you. It's by, it stars, whoever the guy was.
By the way, for those of you at home, I am in physical pain at this point.
But I haven't told you about the Microwave Massacre yet. Microwave Massacre stars Jackie somebody. And he's the voice of Frosty the Snowman. Remember the cartoon we grew up with?
Yeah.
Him. And it's basically they hired him because they literally couldn't get Rodney Dangerfield. You know, he turned it down, so they got this guy. He comes home. He works at a construction site. He comes home. His wife, she won't cook him anything. She's always making weird exotic foods. Okay, and he says, I just want a bologna sandwich. I want you just to serve it to me, in the garage. I want a boring meal for once. Yeah. And they hate each other. It's like basically Al and Peggy Bundy. Yeah. She buys this gigantic microwave. It's the size of a fucking refrigerator. He accidentally kills her in a fit of rage.
Okay. A fit of rage?
Yeah, fit of rage, pit of rage. Who cares?
But I didn't know. Was it a pit?
He beat her.
Or was he angry?
He was angry.
Okay.
A fit of rage. Okay. And what happened was he accidentally, I don't remember if he actually microwaved her on accident because it was like a drunken stupor, but he eventually got a taste for her flesh and he liked it. So eventually her body runs out, so he has to end up going and killing more and more people in the microwave to eat.
Okay. So does he kill him first, or is the microwave how he kills him?
I think he kills them first and then microwaves them because it's so big.
Okay.
But it's you might get it. It's semi politically incorrect because he makes Chinese food out of the Chinese hooker and stuff like that.
No, okay, I might actually like this.
But and there's also
You just sold me. Where
there's also two characters. There's a black guy and a white guy. The white guy
Does he turn the black guy into fried chicken?
No, but the black guy speaks proper English and the white guy is speaking jive.
Okay.
So it's that type of stuff. And he walks by a hooker and he imagines putting her. She's literally his daydream is literally two gigantic loaves of bread, and she's in it, and he's got this knife that's as tall as a broom, and he's spreading butter on the bread and stuff it's totally bonkers, and I think you would have.
I might like this
because you like Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah.
You like that type of stupid shit. You might enjoy it.
I might have. What is it?
Microwave Massacre.
Microwave Massacre.
It was made in 1979. They didn't release it until 1983.
Oh wow. Well, how do you promote that one?
Exactly.
Yeah, I might have to check that out.
Do it.
We need some pizzas one night and watch that together.
It has to be as the kids goes to bed because the movie starts.
I have every other weekend off.
Okay.
So we could do every other Saturday.
Well, it'd have to be on Fridays.
Oh.
Because I stream
today.
Today's Saturday.
I work Friday night.
Yeah.
Cool. And I work until 11:30.
Yeah. So we'd have to figure something out.
Yeah.
But you would like this because the movie starts literally and it's a close up on two titties.
There you go.
It's 1979.
Yeah.
And she's got a yellow Be Proud hippie, and it's literally the camera's just following her walking down the boardwalk, and it just says boom, Microwave Massacre, and then it cuts to from behind, boom, the credits are on her butt.
Yeah.
So it's already got you hooked.
Yeah.
There's.
He said titties, right?
And he lives next to swingers, and she's always trying to get him in there. She's digging the garden in front of him, but she's using the vibrator to put the holes in the dirt. And I think you would really, like I said, yeah, you got to watch the trailer at least. It's fucking hilarious. But you probably get copyright on here. It's fucking amazing. You're either gonna love it or hate it.
Microwave Massacre. It sounds like a love it or hate it.
If you liked Cannibal the Musical, I think you'd really dig it.
What's that red thing? Do you see that?
That means you're live.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what has
it took me over an hour to notice that.
Hour and a half.
Wow.
And you've been streaming 15 minutes long. Cause see, right there, that little white dot. The white dot says, or the red dot. See, I'm fucking drunk. Cause I haven't eaten. That says you're live right there. So that's it.
How's the community doing? I hardly ever see anybody anymore.
Roger's finally out of the hospital.
Oh, thank God.
He is home.
It's been 5 years.
It's at least 4 or 5 years. He is finally home in an apartment.
Yeah.
I streamed with him a week or two ago. He had a stream. I joined in. He's finally out of that place and he's home. He's healthy.
Yeah, he's lost his shit.
He's happy. So I'm so happy for him now that he is fucking home. I bet you I couldn't even imagine how he feels.
Yeah.
He's lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
With his medical problems.
Who else is there? Sasha doing okay?
I guess he's I'm not going to trash him, but he has become obsessed with a YouTuber, really obsessed, and even has 2 tattoos of her on his arm.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, here we go.
And all I'm gonna say is, him and I had a disagreement about a situation concerning her, and so we're not as close as we used to.
Oh, that's true.
Because I said some things about her.
Oh.
Because it was an ongoing thing, and I continued saying that he can spend his money doing whatever he wants. He is an adult. But I consider her using him for the financial stuff, and I've said it enough, and it is what it is. But when you get 2 sleeves of a YouTuber that you've never met,
that is concerning.
It is concerning. But
I love Sasha.
He's a great, great guy.
Yeah.
Even though we had a little falling out, he's a great guy. I do not hate him. I do not dislike him. But I'm just like, he made his decision. He said what he said, and I've moved on.
Okay.
But to my knowledge, he's doing well.
Yeah.
Because we have Jay, who was here earlier. He is a good friend of Sasha's as well.
Yeah.
So.
How about Frenzy? I know you got 2 beard. I was watching a thing.
Mm-hmm.
He found somebody had a disc. Somebody had a thing with all the 2.
Oh, he lived in Mississippi. Moved to his brother.
Did his house actually burn down?
Yes.
Wow.
He moved to his brother's house, caught on fire, lost everything, even lost one of the dogs,
Oh my god.
and then they're still going through the insurance and all this
Yeah.
bullshit. His mom called him up and said, "Hey, there's a shoebox left here." Like we thought we lost all of the old episodes.
Yeah.
Because he took them down. He was going to revamp them. They're on his hard drive, burned up.
Fire.
And then on it was a flash drive that had all of the audio
Oh,
for
wow.
episodes. So that was saved. But he's doing well. We're doing the Two Beer Losers next Saturday. We're back.
What's the channel that he's got that he's on? What's his name?
I'm not going to promote it here. I'll tell you offline because he doesn't want to promote it. You know what I mean? Because of some of the stuff he says.
Yes.
But he's in character.
I stumbled upon that.
He's in
and
character.
Laughed my ass off and was terrified at the
Yes.
same time.
Have you seen the Ghostbusters 2016 review?
Where he's all green.
Where he's painted green like
Yes.
Slimer? Yes. Okay. I won't promote it here because of the context of the.
I don't know how he gets away with it. I get shut down immediately. And I don't know.
Mhm.
Again, YouTube has more dimension than we do combined.
Yeah.
But I was laughing hysterically at that stuff.
Mhm.
So I have yet to meet the man. Like, are you hiding him from me or me from him?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
See, we would get, but we'd agree on like the same movies.
Well, like I said, he's also in character on that channel.
Okay, yeah.
He's in character.
But no, when I watch Two Bearded Losers,
yeah, because you've been in
like,
a lot of the live streams.
I'm like, Eric's full of shit. But this other guy's got a really good point. Like, so time and time again, I'm like, I agree with Frenzy on.
Yeah. But we'll be streaming every Saturday night at 9 o'clock our time. And of course, we're starting up with the classic Jason Takes Manhattan.
All right.
Yeah, that you would know nothing about and you would
I
not
don't
enjoy.
know a thing about Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, it's well.
Which is the one where the guy gets his head knocked off? On the
That one.
Fighting. That's
it. The one where they're on the skyscraper. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen clips.
Yeah.
I've seen clips.
Yeah.
Hold on, do the. Am I in? So no, I'll go check that out.
Yeah.
But we do need to get some. What was it? We need pizzas and the microwave.
Microwave. Well, we also.
Do you have that?
We could do a double bill.
God.
Microwave Massacre.
What did I do to you?
Baby, fart the movie.
Fart the movie. Yeah.
We could do yeah. Like I said, it's bad when the top billing goes to the kid, Andre Gower, the kid from the Monster Squad.
Is that the little weird dude? That's him?
That's this is a totally misleading cover because Baby Frankenstein looks like that.
Okay.
That does not look like that.
Gotcha. You're absolutely right. It looks like two different people.
Yeah.
I thought that was a different actor.
Nope. I'm so happy I got that. And you look at me like I'm a fucking retard. The fact that I actually searched out Baby Frankenstein.
You went and found Baby Frankenstein. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
What else is? Who else do we got? Do we need to get caught up with? Because it's been 2 years.
Well, that's the one thing about our lives being sad and pathetic. Nothing happens in 2 years.
Nothing happens in 2 years. Did you ever go check out Rodder's reviews? My buddy Rodney Stewart over in Ireland.
No, I didn't. I don't even remember.
Who's the? Oh my God! Now dementia's one. The skinny kid with glasses from England.
Oh, what this fuck? Yeah.
We got to give a shout out.
Yeah, because he just commented on something.
Yes.
What is his name?
And
Jared Griffiths.
Jared Griffiths. So if nobody's watching this at this point, but if you watch this later, Jared Griffiths, shout out to him, and then
I like his channel.
Him, just like friending people left comments. I found here's Rodder's blogs and here's Rodder's reviews. I haven't mentioned this even in 2 years, but he's from Ireland. Then he's from Northern Ireland. He's got a Northern Ireland accent. It's crazy o'clock in the morning. Love that guy. So you gotta figure.
I'll check it out.
He does a lot of cartoon commentary.
Oh really?
He doesn't do commentary.
Just reviews.
Transformers, and then talks about the episode of all the Transformers cartoons from the 80s. A lot of cartoons from the 80s.
What I like about the Jared kid is a lot of his stuff deals with like shit from like the 30s and 40s.
Yes.
Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, Little Rascals.
Yeah.
This kid is probably 15, 20 years younger than us.
Yes.
And he is obsessed in a good way.
In the best way possible.
With Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And I think that's amazing because you don't fucking see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's when you see that in a young person, you're like, they're still.
I know.
This just may be.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all fans of
Well, like
Batwoman.
with the kid in there, I got her. She loved the fucking Three Stooges.
Awesome.
Like, there's hope. You know
There's
what I
still
mean?
hope.
There's still hope.
They're still out there. Like, not for you or me, but there's still hope for somebody else. We're screwed.
Yeah. Well, we've been screwed for fucking
A long
decades.
time. Yeah. We never weren't. This has got a delay, and every time I look over here, I'm jerking off. I don't know what to think about that.
And I hope someone just fucking isolates that right now.
Yes.
And puts that there.
When I run for president a few years later, they're gonna
Right.
pull this up. It's me.
Yeah, they're just gonna search your fucking YouTube history.
Yeah, it's the Batwoman TV show with Fuck a Duck Kane. Who gives a shit?
Oh. Well,
There's someone we're forgetting that we need to.
shout out or something?
Yeah,
Well, Roger,
Roger.
Sasha, Jared. Who else did we? Frenzy. Who else did we talk to?
Arnie Stewart. I'm forgetting somebody. I don't know. I can't. My brain.
Like, at least with the
fried.
two of us, because Jay
Yeah.
was here earlier. I talked about him. Night from Night Watch. Blucka.
Is it only 10:26?
Yes,
Our powers are weakened, man.
I
We
know.
used to do this till like 1 a.m. or something.
I know.
All right, are we wrapping up?
Sure.
Is that
if
what
you- let's do 4 more minutes. We'll end at 12:30.
Well, yeah. Well. So below,
Below.
you need to watch Below Me.
I fucking retard. You need to watch Prey.
I need to. Oh, do I?
Yes. You need to watch Prey.
And
then-
is that just in theaters? So
It's on
when it comes out on
Hulu.
DVD,
It's on Hulu.
buy it for me for Christmas. on
No,
DVD.
no.
Fuck.
The way you were able to find shit.
I'm not on Hulu. I don't do
You can-
Hulu and Netflix and all that stuff. Don't you need a subscription?
I don't have Hulu and I watch Prey. I'll leave it at that.
Was that wink? Was that? Did you just wink
Yeah.
at me? Okay, it's pirated is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can fucking find it, stupid.
yeah, but my rule is
I don't have Amazon
Have you
Prime.
ever had problems with that?
No.
Because it's been a long time.
I
since
don't
looked up.
download. I'm patient. You're not. I'll type in.
No, I watch it 5 years later. I'll steal everything 5 years after it came out.
No, I watched it. I watched it the day it was released. I found it.
Huh?
Just Google it, dude. You'll find it.
Yeah.
You might have to go through like 5 pages, but you can find it. I literally found The Samaritan, that Stallone superhero movie that just came out yesterday. I don't have Amazon Prime. I watched it when I got home from work because there are ways to do it if you look. Yeah. There's my wink.
There it is.
And then of course fucking Brad shows up as we're about ready to leave
Bronco
it.
Juggle. This is
Yeah.
what we forgot to talk about.
As we're getting ready to leave in 2 minutes.
Oh, are you kicking me out? He's kicking me out.
No, because you said, "Are we gonna wrap up?" So
No, I'm from Bronco.
All right, fine.
Bronco.
Say something to talk about Bronco then.
About Bronco?
Yeah, or
Fucking
you-
Bronco.
Hey,
That's
Brad.
really from his channel. Reb Brown.
Who's that?
Brown. He's in a bunch of. I caught a retrospective on Reb Brown today. He was in.
He's one of the Captain America guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was in the '80s, like an '80s Captain America.
That movie was
What?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So we need
Is
some
that-
Reb Brown. That's what I was trying to
Is
think
that-
of.
is that
Like,
the
there's
one- is that-
something I was going to
Is that
bring
the
up.
one? Is that the one where they made Captain America a surfer?
He's this blonde, muscular blonde dude.
Yeah, Captain America's
Yeah.
actually a surfer in that one.
Yeah.
It's fucking
He's a
retarded.
surfer?
Yeah.
I gotta actually watch it.
Fucking stupid.
It sounds horrible in the best
No,
way.
Brad, we're just giving you shit. I would rather be watching football too. Don't worry about it. Oh, you're done. Are you still finally done with the Bears?
Oh,
officially?
I am so over the Chicago Bears.
Because you always say that, and then you always go back like 2 years later, and you're with the
No,
Bears again.
there's nothing. There's nothing.
Did you hear about Mongo McMichael?
Oh, he's got MS.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
Have you seen recent pictures of
He's
him?
lost a shit ton of weight.
It looks sad. It looks really
They
sad.
need to cure that shit.
I don't know if it's MS. I think it's is Lou Gehrig's disease. MS.
Lou Gehrig's?
Is it the same thing?
I don't know.
It's that's sad. One thing I'll say this, as bad as it sounds, I'm kind of glad my dad is gone now because Mongo was one of his favorite
Yeah,
athletes of all
yeah.
time, and if he would have seen how Mongo looks now, he would have been so sad.
And if he watched the microwave movie,
He would have been happy with Microwave Massacre because there's titties in it. So
Yeah. That is, yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that you know. Walter Payton's gone. Someday it'll be Jim McMahon and everybody else.
Canada encourages us to pirate movies, just don't redistribute it so they don't have to pay America to bring it here.
Canada. It's not really a country.
What did Homer call it? Homer Simpson calls it America Junior.
Yeah. And they got that. Oh my God, we're not. I was about to go to politics and I hit the brakes on the car. I'm like,
It's
no,
not worth it, dude.
not.
You've been done.
Don't need it.
You've been done with politics.
So I
Where
think
you
that's
at?
it.
Where you at? What happened? Why have you disappeared from the live stream? Or
That's bizarre.
are you still live? Hold on. Let me go back here. There you are.
What did you
That's
do?
never happened before in your live stream. And now you got 3 people in the chat. Hey, good for you, dude.
2 of whom are me.
One's me and one's you.
Yeah.
But still, that was weird. You were.
Yeah. What
It like
was
jumped
that?
back to when you were out smoking.
Huh.
Fuck if I know. I don't know. That's
Alright.
fucking weird.
It'll be glitch central and we'll never watch this again.
Oh, I never rewatched the live streams. That same bucket. You're a vampire.
Yes, I am. And no, I'm still. At least I'm on second shift. Is that
Yeah,
help?
so you'd still technically be like awake now.
Yeah. So I could get off of work and I could come over here on a Friday.
Do you work with anybody that was as dumb as Mr. Sturgis?
No,
Really?
they're doctors.
Okay, well, I mean, like anyone on the cleanup crew or whatever you do.
No, and I don't really have any good stories because they're mostly black, so I can't really say. I can't say anything at the time.
You don't have to make that part of the story. We didn't have to know that, you dipshit.
Wait, the way it works, we got one guy. I don't want to mention his name exactly, bring him in, but he's a good guy. Mostly I'm on my own.
Okay.
And so that's one of the upshots is like I never see my what's called my lead, my supervisor, like at all.
Is Whitey a male nurse?
No, housekeeper.
Yeah. Or a janitor if you want to be a dick about it.
I get your reference, but no.
Yeah.
We clean it. We're disease control.
Yeah.
So it's not
he cleans up like the blood and like we've been saying the shit, the piss, all the crime scene.
I clean up after surgeries and shit.
Yeah.
It's not a janitor.
Yeah.
You know. So, all right. Is Little Caesar still open?
I don't know. Taco Bell is. Yes. You can hit Taco Bell on your way home.
That's a do.
Yeah. I think it's on your way, isn't it?
Yeah.
You about ready to cut this off?
If you want to.
No, that's fine with me, dude. My as bad as it sounds because we're talking about poop and male nurse and my ass is really hurting from this chair.
You missed the early part about the poop. Who was it that asked the question?
Okay.
Blanca.
Yeah, we'll answer this right. We'll answer this. Let's see what you guys say. Can't imagine horror would be that entertaining for someone in that profession.
That'll be curious. Like I said before, I didn't go into detail, but like I had to clean it. They brought a guy in
for a gunshot, right?
Well, that was the other day. Before that, it was a guy who from what I heard, got into a motorcycle accident, and they called me in. They're like, they tried to save him. He died.
Yeah.
And so they called me and said, the family's coming in to look at the body. We need you to mop up. And it was lakes of blood on both sides of the bed, down all the bed. And I did it. I've seen it before, but like his body was like right here. Yeah. And so so when I was at Gunderson, surgery was its own floor. Thanks, buddy. And then psych was down in the basement. 5th floor was heart surgery.
Oh,
heart disease.
Brad, in case you missed it.
Oh my God. So now it's all right there. And so it's like they had a guy who would get all his PPE on, and to clean the surgical rooms, you had to have extra training.
Mm-hmm.
And so it blows my mind. It's like I can just walk. They just did a surgery. You know, they didn't cut him open and his guts are hanging out.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know. It's just bizarre. So it'll be interesting to see, because when I was at Gunderson, so you would clean the surgical area, but you didn't clean the surgical rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get called in afterward, but it's like the the guy was down in the morgue already.
Yeah.
And here it's all right on top of each other.
Yeah.
So it'd be like when I had those stories about working at Gunnison about spooky events and shit. It's not really possible because everything is stacked on top of everything else.
Mhm.
You're surrounded by people all the time, so you're never off on your own.
Mhm.
Cleaning a quiet section of the building. I haven't yet, and it's fucking tiny.
Mhm.
Like I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I'm not gonna get the same scary. But it'll be interesting if that affects me watching scary movies or anything.
Yeah.
When you see that shit every day.
Yeah. We'll end the stream with this. You got to have a certain mind frame to work in this type of field.
Oh yeah.
It's like being like, you got the females who are caregivers. You're gonna have the men grabbing your tits and your butts and stuff like that and harassing you.
Yeah.
It takes a certain person to be able to deal with that on a nightly basis. You worked with my friend. Remember when you were doing the laundry?
Yeah. Which friend was
Amber?
kind of vague. I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Is she?
She didn't live here anymore.
Okay. There's somebody from there that works here that I see sometimes.
Okay. Well, you met her. I mean, and she's always been in the nursing field.
Yeah.
She's been groped and stuff like that. And it takes a certain person to be able to work in that type of field, especially if you're a woman.
I tell you, there was one time. There was this old timer named. They were all old timers, really old, really advanced dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And they were rolling him down the hallway. I'm coming in behind my laundry cart, and then a nurse was coming this way, and he looks up, and she goes, "How you doing, Jim? Jim?" And he looks up at her and goes, "You're gonna bleed."
Oh my God,
like, dude, where'd that come from?
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah, I told you this before, but there was that one lady as I walked by, she put her hands like this, like sir,
help me or something.
Yes, and I'm like, can I do something for you? She go. 5 and 6 and 8, 10 times a day, every time. And then she never spoke. And then when she did, she was like, "Oh fuck yourself," or "You're a piece of shit." I'm like, okay, do you have advanced dementia where you don't even know I'm standing here?
She knows who you are.
Or is it just me? Like, what did I do to you? So had I planned anything in my life better, like my last day, I'd have pulled my dick out and smacked her on the forehead or something. It's nice working here, asshole.
And on that happy note,
yeah,
we're gonna say thanks to everyone who showed up and who Bluck has been here the longest. So
yes,
especially
thank you so much.
Thanks for subscribing to him.
I appreciate it. I do.
Check out his stuff. Not the stuff that he was gonna slap the old lady with, but hey, you never know. Like I said, he's usually shirtless in his videos.
I've been doing clothes mostly.
Yeah, I know.
More so.
You need to bring it back. Maybe that'll get you the sub.
That's what I'm doing wrong or right. I got to do some math on this.
Yeah, thanks for everyone that showed up. Knight, Bronco, Melissa was here earlier, Coriander, and then the one person that is in Whitey's stream, JKS, 80s horror fan, who only said one thing
and then left
2 hours ago. We appreciate it. And on this note, we'll say Blucka says old people are fucking hilarious in homes.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Hilarious.
And he says, thanks for
I like your sense of humor, buddy.
He says, thanks for giving me entertainment because Hollywood ain't.
Yeah, like the hell. Hire me. Like, come check out my channel. I'll keep you.
He'll keep you entertained.
I'll keep you your powder jar and your peck of hide.
On that note, I'll see you the next one. I'm ending this here. Whitey, you can close it out whatever you want.
Yeah.
So,
cheers, kids.
Yep. Cheers.
Haha, I lied. I'm still streaming.